Yeah, it's about peaking at the right time, and Australia certainly did that. And between Pat Cummins and Andrew McDonald, they need to take a lot of credit for that. The way that that group has stayed together for quite a while now. To have a long campaign of the World Test Championship, the Ashes, a lot of the players are still the same. You can see what it means to all of them. To save your best for last and play an almost perfect game was remarkable. It started with the ball. It was backed up in the field where they were unbelievable in the semi-final and the final. And Travis Head, what about that for a knock?
Oh, that was a stage to come to the party. Sunny, do you look at this group here? It's essentially a core group that has won you a T20 World Cup, that has won you a World Test Championship, and that has won you now a one-day World Cup. Should we be talking about Australian domination again?
We should be, because of the way they've been playing. Look at the way they don't forget they retained the Ashes as well before they came for the World Cup. So they've really had an outstanding season, starting with the World Test Championship, then the Ashes series, and now winning the World Cup. So they certainly look as if they are going to be a dominant team again, but probably not as dominant as they were in, say, the late 90s and the early 2000s, where they were winning just about every game. Pretty much like the West Indies of the 1970s and 1980s, winning just about everything. Now I think there are a couple of teams which are giving them a fight. England, for example, in the Ashes, gave them a real close run. Then India is another team which is always will give them a close run, and South Africa is coming good as well.
Australia world champions for the 6th time. That's a record that is incredible. You look at some of the moments that you've seen from them in this World Cup campaign. Travis Head, as you mentioned, Pat Cummins has been extraordinary today himself as well. That too as a captain. And Glenn Maxwell's double 100, the innings of a lifetime. It gets you that world trophy. We'll talk about it more. What a moment for Australia, and I just got to applaud the fans as well, because they're still here. They've applauded both teams. They've taken their moments. There must have been a lot of heartbreak. There is a lot of emotions when you see the Indian team and you've seen the entire campaign. And a lot of that, let me ask the two Mumbai boys, for a Mumbaiker who's led your nation now in a World Cup, and that too in a final, for Rohit Sharma, who spoke about the heartbreak of missing out in 2011, who's had the near-perfect campaign. The emotion that he must be feeling right now, Sanjay.
Yeah, just imagine, they won 10 out of the 11 games. 2019, they won 6 out of the 9. One was a no-result game. So they played well, and they're one of the top teams in the world, and I dare say the best team in the world. They just don't have the trophy to show for it. But somewhere deep down, they'll be thinking, they'll make peace with the fact that they lost to a champion team. To be very honest, I didn't think Australia had it in them, the Australian team that we saw coming through to the final stages. But on the big night, it was just brilliant seeing them take that decision at the toss. And after that, you could see the champion DNA that they have come to the fore. So that was the big takeaway for me.
It must be tough for Rohit Sharma, Bish, when you watch these visuals, because he's captain, he has to hold his head up high, he has to still motivate and pick up his team. When you see this, the fact that Australia, your opponents, have been crowned world champions in your own backyard, and that to the 6th time, what an extraordinary campaign. But for Rohit Sharma, the batter in this World Cup, he made you believe with his template. He wasn't gunning for those milestones. Even today, that's the fastest team 50 we've seen in a World Cup final.
Yeah, and I think all of those things, when I would assume that my colleagues understand what the reflection will be for Rohit Sharma once he sits back maybe for a few days and he thinks, I've kind of done almost everything that I could do to try to get to where these guys, Adam Zampa and all of those guys are today. And they've just been beaten by a champion. The other thing I want us to appreciate as well, you're right, Sonny. The gaps are closing with all these champion teams, but you have to appreciate what Australia do. They win T20 World Cups, they win Test Championships, they win ODI World Cups. There's something about them across formats that they understand that every day matters. You don't just tag that this team can win on their day. These guys don't believe in that. These guys think about delivering every single day. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us.
Thank you so much. Congratulations. World champions. That's an extraordinary event. It's so nice to see that medal. Finchy just has to get his hands on it. But, oh, David, what a campaign it has been for you on a personal front as well. I mean, 2 back-to-back World Cups that you put your heart into it. You have savored every moment performing in front of this Indian crowd. Do you have words to describe what you're feeling right now?
I don't at the moment, but look, I know personally I get a lot of love and support here in India, and you know it does go a long way, and I absolutely love that, and it gets me up and about. But yeah, look, to come out here, pretty much I think everything against us. You know, I don't really have words to describe it, but it was an exceptional evening. To win, Travis Head hit 100, come back after a few injuries, and yeah, be here today to win this was absolutely fantastic.
You look at your campaign, you think of words like comeback, you think of words of fighting back. Adam, for yourself, in those first 2 games, there was a lot of chatter and you've spoken about it. But the run that you've had personally as well in this competition, and especially today against India, your bowling plans as a unit, how are you looking to put pressure in India after you put them into bat first and then in the chase as well? Personally for you as a team to turn your campaign around.
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting looking into the strategy today. Winning the toss, bowling first, we really felt like with the wicket being dry, it could potentially spin and be hard to get away. We knew that we could get the ball to reverse late and it could be tough to score, and we took wickets at the right times. I mean, Pat Cummins' spell through the middle there was unbelievable. I think that was a bit of a game changer for us, and yeah, I mean, it's basically the bowling innings went as perfect as possible, so yeah, we were happy with that one.
During the run chase, they're always stressful until that last run is made. At what point did you two feel comfortable that it was in the bag?
I don't know about you, Bull, but I was kind of stressing until 50 runs. I thought 50 runs to win, looked like the wicket was getting a lot better, so that's when I started to feel a little bit more comfortable. But 3 for 50, ball swinging around and Heady throwing his hands at everything, it was pretty stressful.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I agree. It took me 45 minutes to unwind from my blow up upstairs, but yeah, look, yeah, I echo his words there. With even Heady said it himself. He goes, my feet really aren't moving out here. The ball's hooping around, so if I get through it, who knows? But yeah, it was probably until 16 runs to go. I think I came downstairs.
It's pretty funny actually that we split the 2 of you up, considering what the 2 of you have done to Australia. But David, the fans, they want to know, you're coming back, right? It's just another 4 years. Come on. Are we letting him go?
Let me see what the wife says when I get back up and answer my phone.
She'll be fine with it. The girls have grown up. They're their own bosses now. They'll be fine with it. He's coming back, right, Adam? Come on. We're not letting him go. Come on.
We'll wait and see.
Wait and see.
Richie, I'm sure you have something to say for
it's just amazing.
David, because you've shared so many memories together, and now you've seen it as a broadcaster. You've seen this as a broadcaster.
Yeah, probably more stressful for me sitting up in the commentary box and pacing up and down for the whole 8 hours, I guess. But just super proud of the whole group. I mean, to go through and win a T20 Test Championship, now an ODI World Cup, it's a huge credit to the players, to be multi-format players in a generation that want everything faster and faster, to be able to cross 3 different formats with a really structured group, I guess, for the last couple of years, to the coaching staff. I mean, everyone should be just so proud of the effort, with their backs against the wall too. Proud is the overriding emotion.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Congratulations, world champions, 6-time world champions Australia. We want to see David Warner again. We want to see his generation of players again. We want to see a generation of players like Virat Kohli again performing at the world stage. You look back at this competition from their performances, from Virat, over 700 runs in this competition, in this World Cup, has been our Havells top performer.
Runs have flowed from his bat. Records have tumbled in his wake. Every time he's walked out to bat, it's been a spectacle. And when he's been out on the field, he's entertained. This has been Virat's World Cup, and we witness history being made game after game. There's a reason he's called the Chase Master. Against Australia, he overtook Sachin Tendulkar for the most runs in successful run chases.
But another 50, the master of the chase. He's into his work.